Jim Barrett has blessed the airwaves with his radio show Kaleidoscope for nearly 6 decades, a true legend in the history of radio announcing. But Jim's also co-fronted the band The Lawn Sausages, and he's been selling records to collectors for many, many years. Jim Barrett has a great sense of humor and a very big heart. Welcome, Jim Barrett, to the 2025 Listen Up Awards Hero Class.
Well, my wife told me if I didn't open the store, she was going to throw my records out. So it wasn't a really brave start. It was, I was doing what I was told. Ellen was really mad because she came home one night to do her laundry from being a director of nurses and couldn't get to the washing machine because we had just bought 4,000 albums from my friend David at Just a Song, some overstock. Because my intent was to open a store eventually. I just moved it up a little bit. Under threat of divorce, I moved the opening of that shop. And that shop was hilarious. My basic thing is I had the pleasure of working at WRPI because they thought I was a student. And I did. I bought books at the library and I carried them. I never went to school there. I wasn't smart enough to get in, that's for sure. But I did a radio show there for a long time, like 20-something years. And I really did have a good time. It was a lot of great people. And, I didn't want to be like every other show. I like blues, jazz, rock and roll. I liked everything. But I had been in a band, not very talented, but in a band, and I knew how much fun it was to be in a band and how hard it was. So I kind of, in my mother's memory, who was a really good musician, I wanted to do something nice, so I started bringing local bands and solo acts on the air, into the station and on the air, and it was fabulous. I loved it. There's so much talent in this region. This region is loaded. You name it, any type of music, there's going to be somebody that'll knock your brains out. And then we had a very uncomfortable and sad situation with WRPI. Only, as always, just one or two kids can spoil it for everybody. And one guy took our show away with no intention of giving it back, and it was very unreasonable. So we fought back as we always do, much like we like to do. We're from Lansingburg, by the way, and everybody there argues with each other, but God forbid you argue with two of us on the same side, you're in trouble. So we continued, and we decided, we finally got out and quit and decided to form a band. And I just continued to write comedy. And unbeknownst to me, you were a really good songwriter, and Paul could play halfway decent. And we formed, that was the beginning of the Lawn Sausages. And that was just, I'd have to say that was one of the funniest things I've ever been involved in. And again, music. It's all music for me. Playing it, selling it, doing it on the radio. When you're around music, Johnny Reb always said it keeps you very young. And he's quite right. It does keep your spirits high and gets you through some tough times. Oh, you know what? If you have a nice life, a good family, and you have a good job and you got a little money in your pocket, well, don't just hide away. Share that luck and good fortune with others. And let me tell you, I've had some good karma lately. It's karma that comes back. You treat people right and respect them, you're going to be the recipient of some good things. If you don't believe that, you're stupid, because it's true.